I'm Anil Kumar, and now let us continue with quick review of quadratic functions. The question here is, target shooting discs are launched into the air from a machine 12 meters above the ground. The height h in meters t seconds after launch is h equals to minus 5t square plus 30t plus 12. Describe two algebraic methods that you can use to find the maximum height of the disk. Find the maximum height. Now the two methods which you could use are, one is completing the squares method, right? And the other method is to find roots. Now when you find roots, which you could do either by factoring or by using quadratic equation. In this particular example, it's not easy to factor, so we'll use quadratic equation to find the roots. Once you find roots, let us say the roots are r1 and r2. In that case, the x's will be through, we'll say x equals to average of these two roots, r1 plus r2 divided by 2. So that will give you the value of x. Now once you substitute this value here, then means h of that value of x, I should use t actually, will give you the maximum height for the given case, right? So this value of x, when you substitute here, let me write minus 5x squared plus 30x plus 12 will give you the maximum height. So that is another method to do it. Now I'll describe and also find the maximum height using completing the squares method. So we are given h equals to minus 5t squared plus 30t plus 12. In completing the squares, first we factor out the leading coefficient, which is minus 5 in this case. So we get t squared minus 30 divided by 5, actually 30 divided by minus 5 gave me minus plus divided by minus, right? 6t. Now keep this 12, the constant, away, right? We are trying to find a perfect square using the first two terms. That's the whole idea, right? Now here, what we do in the next step is, we find what is half of coefficient of t, half of 6 is 3. We add and subtract its square. So we'll add and subtract 3 square in this case. Now the first three terms will always be a perfect square. T squared, right, minus 2 times t and 3 gives us minus 6. And then 3 squared. So we could write this as t minus 3 whole square. That is completing the squares. Now minus 3 squared could be written as minus 9 plus 12. So we have already have vertex form kind of, right? Let's open the bracket using distributive property. So we get minus 5 t minus 3 whole square plus 9 times 5 is 45 plus 12. And now we can write the equation in vertex form. Add them up, right? So we have 57. So from here, we know at t equals to 3, so you can read this equation directly and find the maximum, right? The maximum value is the constant 57. So that is the maximum value. So say at t equals to 3, maximum height is 57 and the units are in meters. Time t is in seconds. So that is how we can get the maximum height, and we can also get the instance of time when this occurs. I hope that helps. Thank you and all the best.